Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah women's basketball looks to defend their home court against the hottest team in the WAC, being Abilene Christian. Wildcats having won their last 5 games in conference play. Dallin Richards, JC Rockhill alongside me, bringing you tonight's Southern Utah women's basketball here live on Thunder 91 as we get you started in the Hermes Drive-In pregame report. And a big game in the WAC standings for both of these teams. Trying to keep pace with California Baptist is Abilene Christian, just one win behind them in that column, both with one conference loss. They've won 5 in a row. Southern Utah, though, they've won 3 in a row after their 3-game losing streak, including a game in Abilene against the Wildcats. But they've really started to get that rhythm back, and they found the offense again on Thursday night against UT Arlington.
Yeah, no doubt. The Thunderbirds, they're just playing phenomenal overall basketball as a team unit as well, and obviously they have their standouts. Ava Ulrich, off the top of my head, Sierra Chambers doing great work at the one. It's just an all-around phenomenal team.
Ava Ulrich coming off a career-high 30 points against UT Arlington in the win for Southern Utah. Beat the Mavericks 77-68 Thursday night here. They conclude their 3-game homestand tonight, or this afternoon rather. It is still early.
Yeah.
Against ACU before heading back to Texas for a rematch against Tarleton State next Saturday in Stephenville. But Southern Utah focused on this one here. Did a good job finding that rhythm on offense, struggled turning the ball over, something ECU does very well with that full court press defense.
Yeah, by far, and it's a very effective defense, no doubt, regardless of what sort of team is doing. If you do it at a disciplined level, it's going to make it difficult for inbounding the ball just in general, because as soon as you inbound that ball, you got defenders coming in to swarm you. So for ACU, that's going to be their biggest strength in this game. For SUU, they got to find a way to break it.
And 22 turnovers on Thursday for the Thunderbirds in the win against UT Arlington. In the second half, the Mavericks pulled out that full court trap and zone defense that gave Southern Utah fits there for a little bit before figuring it out. And really, sometimes basketball can be a simple game. And when you have a player like Ava Ulrich go for 30 points on 11 shots, sometimes you just need to give her the ball and get out of the way.
Yeah, just let her do her thing, basically. Just let her cook, so to speak.
Along with Urich's 30 points, Thunderbirds had 3 other double-digit scores on Thursday night, including 12 points from Brooklyn Feely, who only played 17 minutes because of foul trouble. Sierra Chambers added 11 points and 6 assists. Devin Kiernan added 10 points, was big from 3 as well, knocking down a couple triples. And then Courtney Doman, as always, does a little bit of everything, led the team with 11 rebounds, something Southern Utah, even when they've struggled offensively, they've consistently been the best rebounding team in the WAC.
Yeah, and especially on the defensive end, to their credit, it was over 30 defensive rebounds on Thursday, and that was really the key to them getting down into transition and getting some quick, easy points. But they were also able to get the quick kick-out, outlet passes, and allow a set-up offense as well.
We'll continue the Hermes Drive-In pregame report after this and look ahead at what the Wildcats bring to Cedar City. You're listening to Southern Utah women's basketball here live on Thunder 91.
Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy. Brad's Food Hut is happy to present this broadcast. Brad's is a traditional fixture in Cedar City and features the Bronco Burger, fish and chips, grilled cheese, and grilled turkey sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, shakes, and of course, soft drinks. Brad's is located on North Main Street in Cedar City. You're listening to KSUU Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah hosts Abilene Christian and the Wildcats today. As we get you started with the Hermes Drive-In pregame report. Hermes has served Cedar City and Southern Utah for more than 45 years. Dallin Richards, JC Rockhill alongside me, and the Wildcats, led by head coach Julie Goodenough, in her 14th season at the helm for ACU, coming in on holding the 5-game win streak. We talked about the longest win streak currently in the WAC, along with one of their best starts in conference play to date since joining the WAC in 2019. But coming off a 54-46 win against Utah Tech down in St. George on Thursday night, and you might look at that and be surprised if you just look at the score, and surprised that Utah Tech hung close with ACU. And a lot of different things go into that. Obviously, you have road games are always tough,
right?
And if the WAC has proved anything this year, anybody can beat anyone on any given day.
Yep.
As we gear up for WAC Vegas in March. But that was also the first game in 12 days for ACU on Thursday night, having not played since they hosted Southern Utah on January 17th before that because of the ice storms, and having to postpone their game against Tarleton State from January 24th until next Tuesday on February 3rd. It can be hard to get back into a rhythm, and sometimes you just need to find a way to get that first win back off a long layoff.
Yeah, by far, and that win was as big as it gets, as you mentioned. Honestly, you have that long sort of break. Like, you need something that's going to give you a lot more confidence. Not to mention, they're also coming into a state that has a much higher elevation, so no doubt it was an all-around tough game for them physically and mentally, but they were able to come out on top of it, and that should really tell you how talented this team is all across the board. But of course, got to give a shout out to Aaron Woodson, averages 14.3 points per game, and of course Peyton Hull, the 5'10 junior, she's averaging 16.7. Those are the impact players, and I think they're going to have a good one here now that they're more adjusted to this elevation and they're feeling really good mentally.
Yeah, Peyton Hull also leads the WAC in scoring, was the preseason conference player of the year. She's lived up to those expectations for head coach Julie Goodenough this season. And it was Natalia Chavez, though, leading the way on Thursday night with 12 points in St. George for the win. And it was a tight one, and you go back to the game on January 17th against when Abilene Christian hosted Southern Utah in a Texas road trip that's always tough for the Utah schools, and even California Baptist. A lot of travel goes into those games and getting ready. It was a tough road trip, one that Southern Utah wishes to forget and erase that, but it was a game that Southern Utah held a 1-point lead after the first quarter. Then the second and third quarters, the full court pressure, Ava Urich being in foul trouble along with a couple other players for Southern Utah, really allowed ACU to blow the game open, and Southern Utah just couldn't recover after that before it was too late. Southern Utah today has to do a better job of maintaining that press defense and getting out in transition.
Yeah.
Don't allow ACU those chances to get turnovers in the backcourt.
Yeah, most definitely. We saw it on Thursday against UT Arlington. They struggled with the press defense, as limited as it was, but the adjustment that they made going into the second half was what blew it open, like you mentioned. So they got to stick to that sort of format and use that in this one.
Yeah, in that game in Abilene, Brooklyn Feely, the lone scorer in double digits with 18 points and 7 rebounds in that one. Southern Utah went through a tough spell offensively, starting with that road trip and going into the games against the two Utah schools last week, but felt like they got out of that rhythm, and it starts with getting the ball inside, and obviously you can't rely on somebody to score 30 points every night like Ava Urich did on Thursday. It's always welcomed, of course.
Yeah, of course. So
I don't know if any coach will tell a player they're scoring too much for them, but it is finding a way to get that consistently, and it starts with getting the ball down low, whether it's Urich or Feely or someone off the bench, but getting those two involved early and often opens the court up for those three-point shooters.
yeah, most definitely.
As the Thunderbirds and Wildcats are set for the tip-off here. We'll get you set and underway. You're listening to the Hermes Drive-In pregame report with burger, shakes, fries, a weekly special, a variety of soft drinks, and specialty items such as taquitos, scones, and ice cream over at Hermes as we continue on here. 3-game homestand wrapping up for Southern Utah. Always good to be back home, but the thing about the WAC, once you get a homestand that's 3 games, that means you just go right back on the road for a few more. They have games in Stephenville on next Saturday afternoon, and then head to Riverside on February 12th for a 2-game road trip. In Southern Utah had a rough time in Stephenville last time earlier this season. Game that Charlton State pulled away from. Kind of the same formula ACU had, and these Texas schools all play a similar form of pressure defense, and they're also all in Texas. They're also all wear purple and white, and so it can start to blend together. But the Texans and Wildcats, both for Southern Utah, if they can find a way to get that momentum heading into this one, or into that road trip, it starts today, and getting out to a fast start. You can't let ACU get out to an early lead.
Yeah, most definitely. Like, you can't let the point guards run free. I did like SUU's defense, though, on Thursday with the way they were playing the point guards. Obviously, you're going against a few point guards that are much more agile, have a little bit more quickness, and are phenomenal at drawing fouls and also finishing shots. So you got to be on your toes a little bit, and you got to be ready for the drive.
Yeah, it's a big difference in roster styles from Thursday night. UT Arlington, a much bigger, more physical team. Abilene Christian goes smaller across the board, but will play up close and use their quickness on defense to get those early leads. We'll take a break for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll have keys to the game and the key matchup, getting you ready for tip-off between ACU and Southern Utah. You're listening to Southern Utah Women's Basketball live on Thunder 91.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends. They make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In is happy to sponsor youth activities in our area. They are located just north of the City Park on Main Street. Hermes features burgers, shakes, fries, and soft drinks, and a variety of other items, including scones. Hermes Drive-In, 294 North Main Street, Cedar City. Brad's Food Hut is happy to present this broadcast. Brad's is a traditional fixture in Cedar City and features the Bronco Burger, fish and chips, grilled cheese, and grilled turkey sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, shakes, and of course, soft drinks. Brad's is located on North Main Street in Cedar City. Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy. Wilson Orthodontics has been serving Cedar City for more than 31 years. Child and adult orthodontics are available at 66 West Harding Avenue, Suite A, and they're also open on Saturdays. Wilson Orthodontics has offices in Parowan and Beaver. Cody Wilson, creating smiles you won't want to cover with a mask. 435-586-8980. That's 586-8980. Wilson Orthodontics. Family discounts are available. Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC as we wrap up the Hermes Drive-In pregame report and get you set for tip-off between Abilene Christian and Southern Utah. Dallin Richards, JC Rockhill alongside me, and we'll start first with Abilene Christian. What do they have to do to get their 6th consecutive win, their first win ever in Cedar City here today?
Use physicality on defense by far, the press defense as well. Be quick, be on your toes by far. Be ready for those quick outlet passes and watch out for the transition offense. Be ready for the help defense confidence in those layups.
And if you're head coach Tracy Mason in Southern Utah, how do you finish this homestand on a 4-game win streak and take that momentum into Texas next week?
Maintain possession of the ball. Like, that has been the number one problem that I've noticed with the Thunderbirds lately, is that they're a little too loose with the ball. The passes are a little bit too late, so the passing lanes get basically intercepted right at the gate. So by far, possession of the ball, you gotta hang on to it.
It can be as simple as that. Hold on to the ball and score at least one more point than your opponent is a pretty good recipe for success. Let's get you your starters for today's game. Starting first with the Wildcats from Abilene Christian, and head coach Julie Goodenough in her 14th season as the head coach for the Wildcats, her 32nd year in ACU. Starting on the guard line, it's a 5'11 senior from Cochiti Pueblo, New Mexico, a New Mexico transfer, number 2, Natalia Chavez. At 5'10", the junior from Richmond, Virginia, the Purdue-Fort Wayne transfer, number 4, Aaron Woodson. At 5'6", senior from Waxahachie, Texas, the North Texas transfer, number 5, Brianna Davis. And the 5'10" junior from Peaster, Texas, number 10, Peyton Hull. And down low is the 6-foot junior from Bushland, Texas, number 24, Emma Troxel. For the Thunderbirds, it's the same starting 5 we've had virtually the entire season, despite 2 games from the LMU Christmas tournament. On the guard line, it's the 5'8" sophomore from Danville, California, number 3, Sierra Chambers. In the backcourt with her, it is the 5'11" freshman from Orange, California, number 22, Devin Kiernan, along with the 5'10" sophomore from Crane, Oregon, number 1, Courtney Doman. And then down low, it's the 6-foot junior from Burlingame, California, number 44, Ava Urich. And then the 6-foot junior from Orem, Utah, the Umpqua Community College transfer, number 4, Brooklyn Feely, as we get you set for tip-off between the Thunderbirds and the Wildcats. Talked about Ava Urich closing in on 1,000 career points thanks to a 30-point career high Thursday night against UT Arlington, where she shot 9 of 11 from the field and got to the free throw line 12 times in that one on Thursday. It's that sort of aggression down low that will lead to success, especially against high-pressure teams like ACU.
Oh, by far. I mean, she's really just the Swiss Army knife. Like, she can drive in and draw fouls, or she's going to draw them in the paint. Regardless of where she's going to draw the foul, Ava Urich is going to be the top threat, no doubt, on offense.
It is the Wildcats in purple with white numbers and letters. Southern Utah, the home whites, with red numbers and letters. It is Brooklyn Feely along with Peyton Hull to jump in center circle as we get you set for WAC play this Saturday afternoon. Opening tip is tapped out to Southern Utah, and it's an easy layup on the fast break to Devin Kiernan. Early 2-0 lead for the Thunderbirds, 5 seconds in. Wildcats looking for an answer. Swing around the perimeter. Left wing now, it's Chavez. In and out on the 3, and the rebound to Feely for Southern Utah, and she'll bring the ball up herself. Now hands off to Chambers near the Thunderbird logo at half court. Swing around the perimeter, Urich cross court to Doman, top of the key. Back to Chambers, right wing, 13 on the shot clock. Urich left wing, thought about a deep 3, instead drives right, kicks back out to Chambers, right corner, takes a dribble and back to Urich. Turnaround jumper off the front iron. Rebound goes to Troxel and ACU as they look to run with Woodson. Cross court now, Troxel, free throw line extended. Hands off to Davis, drives to the free throw line on Kiernan. Now it's Peyton Hull driving right on Courtney Doman. Contested layup up and in. We're tied up at 2, 8:50 to go in the first quarter.
That was a really nice drive right there by Peyton Hull. Just a wide open lane right there. Not a lot of help defense, just an easy layup.
Thunderbirds break the press, but Chambers drags the pivot foot on the Euro step. And it's a travel. I believe, yes, they were confirming it was a travel before the foul. And so it's the first Southern Utah turnover. ACU gets the ball back looking for their first lead of the day. 8:40 to go here in the Chrysalis first quarter as Davis trots across the timeline for ACU. Guarded by Devin Kiernan. Pick and pop, Chavez top of the key 3, well short into the hands of Courtney Doman for the Thunderbirds. Brooklyn Feely on the right block, guarded by Troxel. Faces now, dribbles in, middle of the paint, spin back right. Can't get the hook shot to fall, but she's fouled and will head to the free throw line for a pair.
Yeah, and you're going to see it on the replay right here. You're going to see Brooklyn Feely fake to just to the top of the inside of the key and then go back to the baseline right there and just draw that foul.
Feely at the free throw line for the first time today. Knocks down the first. Native of Orem, Utah for Southern Utah, transferred in from Umpqua Community College where she averaged over 20 points and 12 rebounds a game last season. First free throws of the day for Southern Utah. She goes 2 for 2. They shot 30 free throws Thursday night against UT Arlington. It's an early 4-2 Thunderbird lead. 8:15 to go first quarter. Peyton Hull takes the screen going left. She gets the switch. Feely on her, driving right. Kick out to Davis, right corner. Drives to the free throw line. Kicks back out, Peyton Hull, right wing. Crossover on Brooklyn Feely. Good job staying in front. Contested left-handed layup, no, but a late whistle. And Peyton Hull will head to the free throw line for a pair.
Yep, so you're going to watch it right here. Spins to the inside, help defense, gets there on time, but it's just a little too hot and heavy and just way too much of a physical play.
The first free throws coming for ACU. 7:58 to go in the first quarter. It is Peyton Hull, the junior, leading the WAC in scoring, just under 17 points per game. Short on the first free throw. Have a chance for one more. You hear the Cheese Curds chants start here in the AFET. To no avail, though. Peyton Hull goes 1 for 2. It's still a 1-point Thunderbird lead as they now look to break the full court press. Urick with it, gets the ball up to Chambers on the left wing. They now reset. Urick on the right wing with 20, driving left, spins back middle of the paint, floater, too strong. Rebound won by Troxel and ACU. Up to Davis, now looking to run with Woodson. Along the right wing, crossover middle of the paint, spins on Chambers, now kicks out. Right elbow jumper from Troxel, too strong. Rebound falls into the lap of Sierra Chambers, and she looks to run. Chambers bounces off to Feely, right-handed layup up and in. Southern Utah 6, ACU 3, and it's the fast break that gets Southern Utah those easy buckets against a tough Wildcats defense.
Yeah, great transition right there by Brooklyn Feely. It had no hesitation with the hustle right there and just able to finish a nice layup.
Woodson goes right into the chest of Chambers for the left-handed layup to convert. It's a 6-5 Thunderbird lead. Thunderbirds looking to break the press. Urick gets across the timeline in time. Chambers now top the key. Swings to Courtney Doman, left wing. Crossover dribble going left. Stops on the block, finds Urick at the free throw line. High-low pass to Brooklyn Feely, right block. Right-handed layup up and in. Brooklyn Feely, 6 early points to give the Thunderbirds lead back up to 3. 6:30 to go first quarter. Yo-yo dribble from Davis along the left wing, guarded by Kiernan, gets the ball to Peyton Hull, guarded by Doman, left block, turnaround, rejected by Doman, she gets the rebound as well. Southern Utah with the ball up by 3, up to Chambers. Chambers drives to the left elbow, backdoor cut from Ava Urick, can't convert the layup. Feely's there for the offensive rebound, put back doesn't fall as well. Chavez gets it for ACU, up to Davis. Now Woodson, left wing. Top of the key, Peyton Hull got Doman in the air, step back triple, airballed from the top of the key and out of bounds. Southern Utah gets the ball back. 5:49 to go first quarter. It's a 3-point Thunderbird lead as we get our first sub. It's Ashley Banks for Brooklyn Feely. And ACU responds that substitution with one of their own. It's Amy Flippin coming in, the 6'4" sophomore. So matching size for size here are the Thunderbirds and Wildcats. ACU in that full court pressure. Ava Urick with it, 5 to get across the timeline, and she does. Guarded by Chavez, now sets up the half-court offense. Chambers, top of the key, guarded by Woodson. Crossover, driving right into the lane. Layup was rejected there by Flippin, who gets the rebound as well for ACU, up and running with Davis.
Yeah, that was phenomenal help defense right there by Flippin, just able to get a nice block on the point guard.
Hull drives to the right block, spins past Kiernan, can't convert but is fouled. Devin Kiernan will pick up her first foul, the second on Southern Utah here in the first quarter. Back to the free throw line is Peyton Hull. She has 3 points already, 1 of 2 from the foul line today. Knocks down the first, and even though leading the team in scoring, obviously does a little bit of everything. You see the Wildcats offense runs everything through number 10 in purple as she goes 2 for 2 from the line. The lead back down to 1 for Southern Utah. Chambers looking to get across the timeline, finds Urich to do so. Cross court Kiernan, right corner triple, too strong. The rebound to Ava Urich. Urich takes a dribble into the lane, gets the floater to go, and that's 1,000 career points for the junior in her 82nd game at Southern Utah. Ava Urich, a 3-point Thunderbird lead and 1,000 career points.
I mean, that's just such an impressive milestone. In 82 games, nonetheless, that just makes it even more impressive. What an athlete.
On the other end, Ashley Banks nearly gets a steal on the entry pass, but Flippin chases it to the left corner. To Chavez, right or left wing. Now Davis, guarded by Kiernan, driving left. Kick out Chavez, left corner triple, airballed, out of bounds. It stays here with ACU. And the officials will discuss. Ashley Banks making an argument she did not touch it. And we'll see if the officials overrule it. And they do. It is Southern Utah basketball out of the media timeout. 4:25 to go, first quarter. Southern Utah 10, ACU 7. You're listening to Southern Utah women's basketball live on Thunder 91.
Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy. Brad's Food Hut is happy to present this broadcast. Brad's is a traditional fixture in Cedar City and features the Bronco Burger, fish and chips, grilled cheese, and grilled turkey sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, shakes, and of course, soft drinks. Brad's is located on North Main Street in Cedar City. You're listening to KSUU Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
I guess.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah holds a 10-7 lead with 4:25 to go in the Chrysalis first quarter as they recognize Ava Urich's 1,000 career points after that floater just before the timeout. Dallin Richards, JC Rockhill alongside me, and it's a fast start for Southern Utah, out to a 3-point lead, and they're doing so offensively by getting the ball down low.
Yeah, by far, and they're getting it to Brooklyn Feely, who is a phenomenal finisher inside the paint, very physical, but is also very agile. We've seen the move arsenal from Brooklyn Feely early, and it's really just working in her benefit.
6 points for Feely in the first couple of minutes of play, and 8 of the 10 Thunderbird points so far in the first 5.5 minutes have come in the paint, and the other 2 from the free throw line. So pretty much everything inside. On the other side, Abilene Christian hasn't made a field goal in the last 2 minutes and 40 seconds, but they're doing a good job continuing to fight, and starting to draw some fouls on the Thunderbirds. They've already shot 4 free throws with Peyton Hull.
Yeah, and Peyton Hull, she's definitely the player that you want to draw those fouls as well. Like, she's basically the Ava Urich of Abilene Christian, you know. Like, she is very agile, very athletic, despite being a little bit taller than the average forward, I would say, in terms of women's basketball. She's 5'10", which I think just works in her benefit so much. You just see the agility and how athletic she is. She is a very phenomenal player.
Southern Utah will have the ball out of the media timeout, looking to break the full court press. It's the same 5 from before the timeout. Chambers, Kiernan, Doman, Urich, and Banks for the Thunderbirds. Woodson, Davis, Hull, Troxel, and Flippin for the Wildcats as Chambers gets across the timeline. Devin Kiernan, right wing, looking to set up the half-court offense. And a moving screen is called against Southern Utah away from the basketball as Ava Urich became wide open, but a moving screen being the reason. The Foul against Sierra Chambers. That's her first. The third on Southern Utah here in the opening quarter. Turnover number 2 as well for the Thunderbirds. And an offensive foul going the other way. Woodson with the clothesline trying to get position against Sierra Chambers on the block. We exchange offensive fouls, and right back to Southern Utah trying to break the full court press. Kiernan breaks it with ease this time for the Thunderbirds. Drifting to the left wing, trying to get the ball down low. Gets it to Banks, deep out near the three-point line though in the left corner. Urick, left wing, 13 on the shot clock. Over to Doman. Doman drives left, spins back. Chambers, top of the key. Kiernan, right wing with 7. Driving left on Davis. 5-foot floater, no, but a foul is called, and Devin Kiernan will head to the free throw line for her first 2 foul shots of the afternoon. So 3:33 to go here in the opening quarter, and Southern Utah going back to the free throw line, but they're doing a good job. 3 assists on their 4 made field goals, and you even see there on one that ends with foul shots. They're moving the ball around, not letting it stick, not allowing the trap to get placed.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say that myself, really. As soon as the ball is inbounded for SUU, they're really not sending an extra player to sort of trap in the corner right there, so that's going to make it a lot easier to press. I think they're just trying to necessarily slow them down a little bit in this one.
As Kiernan goes 1 for 2 from the line, it's a 7-11 score. Thunderbirds on top by 4. 3:30 to go in the first quarter. Peyton Hull, right wing triple off the dribble, rattles in. The first triple of the game from either team goes to Peyton Hull, cut the deficit back down to 1. Kiernan, no dribble, needs help. Finds a cutter in Urick. Euro steps through the lane, dump off to Ashley Banks. Up and in for the layup. A nifty pass from Ava Urick on the drive. Ashley Banks finishes it off. ACU wasting no time with Peyton Hull going into the lane on Doman, but the layup is rejected out of bounds as Brooklyn Feely heads back into the game for Ashley Banks. Julie Goodenough making the substitution as well. Chavez checking back in for Flippin. Peyton Hull to inbound, baseline out for ACU. 23 on the shot clock. They get the ball into Woodson, right corner, drives baseline on Chambers, now posts up on the block, turns around to contested layup, no. Feely's there for the rebound for Southern Utah, who's out and running with Chambers. Chambers gets into the lane, and the kick ball trying to find Urick will reset for Southern Utah, 25 on the shot clock. And the easiest way to break that full court press is get the defensive rebound and just run with it. Yeah. That's what makes Southern Utah so versatile. They're starting 5, all 5 of them can bring the ball up. Yeah, by far, and you saw what Brooklyn Feely did right there after the rebound. She immediately looked to the outlet pass to go running. Urick on the right wing, hands to Chambers, 17 on the shot clock. Half-court offense resets for Southern Utah. Zone coming from ACU. Chambers, top of the key, triple, bullseye. Sierra Chambers knocks down her first shot, and it's a 16-10 Thunderbird lead. 2:25 to go first quarter. Yeah, we talked about how the paint offense is going to really set the tone in this one. You saw the defense of ACU just crash down inside on Brooklyn Feely, and thankfully she just had the kick out, and Sierra Chambers is a phenomenal shooter. You cannot leave her open. Woodson tried to answer with a left wing triple. Urick corrals the rebound. Now Chambers looks to go, now slows it down. Doman, right wing. Spins back right, kicks to Urick in the right corner. Cross-court Chambers, left wing triple. Wide right, rebound fought for. The scrum on the court comes away into the hands of ACU as they look to run with Woodson. Woodson slows things down. Trailer and Chavez, right wing triple, bullseye. 16-13, Southern Utah still on top. 90 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Thunderbirds break the full court trap. Chambers gets to the free throw line, pulls up, too strong. The rebound to Grome and ACU. Finds Troxel, top of the key, over to Woodson. Free throw line extended, goes against Chambers to the left elbow. Now kicks back out to Troxel, guarded by Feely, top of the key. Davis, left wing, guarded by Kiernan, drives right into the lane. Scoop shot up and in, plus the harm. Devin Kiernan picks up her second foul, and Davis will head to the free throw line for an and one opportunity, looking to tie the game back up.
Just a wide open driving lane right there for Davis right there. Just off to her right side. The help defense was already shifting to the left side of the low paint, so there was no help defense on that right side.
Denver Anderson and Morgan Triguero check in. Ava Urick and Devin Kiernan with those 2 fouls head to the bench. Davis converts on the free throw, so we're tied up at 16. 1:03 to go in the first quarter. And it's a quick 6-0 run for ACU to tie the game up. Thunderbirds break the press with Denver Anderson along the left wing, looking for help. Gets it stolen away, Troxel trying to find Feely on the block. Now ACU with it, looking to run themselves. Stone brings it up, gets the ball deflected out of bounds, and it stays here with ACU. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. ACU looking for their first lead of the afternoon. Inbound goes to Woodson, guarded by Doman, right wing. Hands back to Stone, top of the key, driving left on Chambers. Look out Chavez, guarded by Anderson. 10 on the shot clock as she drives right. Pull up from the block, up and in, off the glass, and it's an 18-16 ACU lead. No shot clock for Southern Utah. They can hold for a final shot if they break the press. Denver Anderson brings the ball up for the Thunderbirds. Swings to Doman. Troxel once again gets a steal, and a tie-up jump ball goes to ACU. Southern Utah struggling to get the ball in, as you're seeing the Wildcats be more aggressive on those entry passes down low.
Yeah, most definitely. They're going with their forearm right there on the hips of their of the offensive player, and they're just going to get their other hand or just over and bat that ball away.
12 seconds left in the first quarter. ACU with the ball up by 2 on an 8-0 run currently. They've hit their last 3 from the field as they hold for a final shot here. Chavez near the half-court logo. Right wing heave is too strong there from Grome, and it'll be a 2-point game heading to the second quarter. Abilene Christian 18, Southern Utah 16. You're listening to Southern Utah Women's Basketball live on Thunder 91.
Clark & Linford Jewelers has been a staple on Main Street in downtown Cedar City since the 1970s. Cedar has grown a lot since then, but we are still your hometown jeweler. Our commitment to our customers remains the same, to help you find pieces you will love for years to come. Whether you're looking for an engagement ring, wedding band, or fashion piece, we'd love the opportunity to help you find your piece. Find us at 83 North Main Street in Cedar City and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Clark & Linford Jewelers, still your hometown jeweler, where SUU gets engaged.
Bullock strives to be the very best in serving you in Cedar City, offering fashion, decor, and kids items, as well as a fun old-fashioned soda fountain and pharmacy. We are a place where you can come enjoy unique shopping, a fun atmosphere, and quality service from all of our 4 stores on Main Street. Bring the family, grab a treat, and find that perfect gift. Enjoy your shopping experience with us. Bullock's, 91 North Main in historic downtown Cedar City.
Kabuto's, St. George's #1 sushi and ramen bar. Student specials available Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure and give them a follow on social media at Kabuto Utah for weekly giveaways and local events.
Welcome back inside the AFEC as we get set for the second quarter. Abilene Christian an 18-16 lead over the Thunderbirds. Dallin Richards, JC Rockhill alongside me, bringing you Southern Utah women's basketball on Thunder 91. And ACU ended that first quarter on an 8-0 run. Southern Utah just 4 turnovers in the first quarter, much improved from the last time out. But a couple turnovers late allowed the Wildcats to take their first lead of the afternoon.
Yeah, it's just way too many mistakes right there in the back half of that second quarter. You got to improve on that one. And when you're looking inside, you got to be a little bit more cautious with your bounce passes.
Chambers gets into the lane, can't convert on the 5-foot floater, and the rebound goes to Troxel, and ACU up to Hull, looking to run. Doman slows things down, and a foul away from the ball. Denver Anderson will pick it up. Emma Troxel hit the deck. So baseline out for ACU as Ava Urich checks back in for the aforementioned Denver Anderson. So the starting 5 minus Devin Kiernan with 2 fouls. Morgan Triguero in her place for Southern Utah. Peyton Hull, top of the key, crossover dribble, swings back to Woodson, guarded by Triguero. Now Daughtry, left wing triple from Troxel, in and out, and the rebound out of bounds. They say last touched by Southern Utah. Tracy Mason can't believe it. We'll see if she elects to look at it, but doesn't look like they will. It will be Troxel to inbound. 20 on the shot clock. They go all the way out to Woodson. Top of the key triple. No. Feely corrals it for the Thunderbirds. Up to Chambers. Now Southern Utah slows it down. Trying to find the ball down, get the ball down low. Courtney Doman can't, but a backdoor cut from Brooklyn Feely for the easy layup. Great movement away from the ball. Brooklyn Feely leads all scorers with Peyton Hull at 8 points apiece.
Yeah, and that was a really nice play design right there. You got Brooklyn Feely just at the top of the key right there, not inside the paint, so they don't really see her much as a threat right there by the defense. They don't see Feely as a threat. She's able to just cut inside, get wide open, get an easy 2.
Peyton Hull shuffled the pivot foot, and it's a travel. Great defense from Courtney Doman as per usual. Southern Utah gets the ball back. 8:44 to go, second quarter. All tied up at 18 apiece. Chambers with a slow trot. Now gets to Urich as they cross the timeline. Courtney Doman, left corner. Back out to Urich. Feely, left block. Fights off the double team, goes all the way across the paint, can't convert on the floater, and the rebound to Troxel and ACU. Looking to run now, Davis, left corner. Kicks back out Woodson, left wing, guarded by Chambers. Driving right, gets all the way to the right block, contested layup up and in, just using her size to go up and over Chambers. And ACU back on top by 2. 8:08 to go, second quarter. Urich with it, top of the key, crossover dribble going right, now going left, stops at the free throw line. Kicks out to Chambers, down to Feely, right block. Euros through the double team and gets the floater to go. Brooklyn Feely in double digits with 10. We're tied at 20.
Yeah, and she went right back into the paint right there. Another little jab step move and spin to get an easy 2 points. It almost bounced off the front of the rim right there, but thankfully it was just a nice little finish.
Woodson guarded by Triguero. Middle of the paint, spins right, goes back left. Left-handed floater, no. Rebound fought for, and a foul away from it. We'll keep it here against Southern Utah. We'll see who they get. It will be Brooklyn Feely, her first foul of the day. And first on Southern Utah here, or second rather on Southern Utah in the quarter. 20 on the shot clock for ACU with Davis inbounding. She finds Hull, left corner, back out to Davis, top of the key. Guarded by Chambers, they switch. Pick and pop Chavez, wide open, in and out on the triple. Feely collects her 5th rebound of the afternoon. Now Chambers looking to run, slows it down on the right wing. They have a mismatch down low. Davis fouls Ava Urich before they can get her the ball on the block. It's the second on Davis, the first on ACU here in the quarter. Baseline out for Southern Utah. Chambers to inbound, 21 on the shot clock. Overshot Ava Urich on the block, and it's a turnover. ACU out and running. Finds a trailer Chavez, right wing triple, airballed into the hands of Ava Urich. Urich brings it up for Southern Utah, guarded tightly by Chavez. Nearly loses it, and does, into the hands of ACU. Troxel looking to run. Peyton Hull left wing triple. Short, rebound, won by Courtney Doman for Southern Utah. Out and running, Brooklyn Feely gets the entry pass, an easy layup, and Julie Goodenough has seen enough. That's a timeout. 6:38 to go, second quarter. Southern Utah on the back of Brooklyn Feely holds on to a 22-20 lead. You're listening to Southern Utah women's basketball here live on Thunder 91.
Wilson Orthodontics has been serving Cedar City for more than 31 years. Child and adult orthodontics are available at 66 West Harding Avenue, Suite A, and they're also open on Saturdays. Wilson Orthodontics has offices in Parowan and Beaver. Cody Wilson, creating smiles you won't want to cover with a mask. 435-586-8980. That's 586-8980. Wilson Orthodontics. Family discounts are available. Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah holds a 22-20 lead over ACU. 6:38 to go in the Chrysalis second quarter. Looking for individuals to join their team of direct support professionals at chrysalis.care. Dallin Richards, JC Rockin alongside me, and head coach Julie Goodenough is thinking Brooklyn Feely's been good enough. They need to slow her down here in the second half.
Yeah, by far, she's doing it all. Obviously, she's done a majority of her work inside the paint, but she showed a couple plays ago on the points that she had a while ago that she's able to be outside the perimeter and get decisive cuts and know when to time those cuts and when the help defense isn't going to get there.
At 12 points, 5 rebounds early for Brooklyn Feely, leading all scorers. Just need to find someone else to come along on the ride with her if you're Southern Utah to try to open this game up. But early, it's been an even battle. You look at it, ACU has 5 free throws, Southern Utah 4. 14-11 rebounding advantage for the Thunderbirds as per usual. 6-2 on the turnovers. Thunderbirds have done a good job so far of breaking the press. It's been the entry passes down low, trying to force the ball onto the block that's been causing the most issues early.
Yeah, by far. The bounce passes just seem to be a little bit on the slower side right here, so they're having a hard time getting it inside the paint and securing the ball and being secure with it. The ball is just getting batted away and getting turned over, and then the transition offense of ACU is being too much to handle at that point.
Coming out of the timeout, it is ACU with the basketball. Chavez, Woodson, Hull, Stone, and Troxel, the 5 for the Wildcats. Doman, Chambers, Feely, Triguero, and Urich on the court for Southern Utah as Troxel spins in the paint. Short on the floater, gets her own miss. Putback is off, gets a miss again, and a third time's the charm for Emma Troxel. Her first bucket of the afternoon ties it at 22.
Yeah, just a relentless effort right there by Troxel. You got 2-3 defenders around you also fighting for the rebound. So for her to secure that by herself and put it back up for 2 points, that's an extremely impressive play.
Feely up and over the double team off the left block. Even 2 defenders isn't enough. 14 points early for the junior. And Thunderbirds retakes the lead. 5:50 to go in the first half. Woodson drives right on Chambers, stops at the block, up and over the top of Chambers. Woodson with 6 points, and we're tied back up at 24 once again. Thunderbirds looking to break the pressure, and they do with Urich. Drives in from the right wing into the paint, 10-foot floater, up and in. Great move from Ava Urich to regain the lead for Southern Utah. Stops right before the restricted area where the Wildcats were waiting to draw a charge. Stone, yo-yo dribble, guarded by Bella Hassan in for the first time today. Now it's Woodson, goes onto the right block against Chambers, up and over. This layup doesn't fall, and Brooklyn Feely gets the rebound out to Chambers. Southern Utah looking to run. Chambers, coast to coast, slows it down. Feely, top of the key, drives left, spins back middle of the paint, looking for help. Swings back out. Chambers, top of the key, 20 on the shot clock to Doman, right wing. Now Hassan, crossover dribble at the free throw line, out to Feely, left corner, triple, up and in. Brooklyn Feely, when it's your day, it is your day. 17 first half points. It's a 5-point Thunderbird lead. Woodson finds hole on the left block, spins right on Doman. Nice dream shake there, up and in as Peyton Hole's in double digits with 10. 29-26, 4:20 to go. First half, Thunderbirds on top of Abilene Christian. Chambers breaks the press, swings to Urich, right wing. Give and go with Chambers, right block, guarded by Peyton Hole, looking for help. Finds Urich, middle of the paint, 10-foot floater up and in from the WAC logo. Thunderbirds have made their last 6 from the field as they lead 31-26, under 4 minutes to go, second quarter.
Yeah, just no hesitation right there on that shot from Ava Urich. Just grabbed it, set her feet, and then just let it fly.
Woodson, right wing for ACU, drives on Chambers. Chambers picks her pocket though, comes away with the steal. Looking to run now, Chambers, crossover dribble at the free throw line. Has Emma Troxel guarding her, she backs out to the right wing. Urich on the block, cross court, Feely, right corner, thought about the three, pump fakes and drives into the lane, can't convert on the layup, and Woodson corrals it for ACU. Now they look to run. Woodson stops in the middle of the paint, kicks out. Troxel, left wing, triple. Off the front iron, the rebound out of bounds. They say last touched by ACU, and it will stay here with Southern Utah. (31-26), Thunderbirds with the lead and the ball. 3:13 to go here in the second quarter. Chambers with the ball, guarded by Stone in the backcourt as they look to break this press once again. Urich now finds Bell Hassan, top of the key. She drives to the free throw line, dumps off to Doman. Backdoor cut up and in. Courtney Doman's first bucket, a great find from Hassan at the free throw line. The lead is 7 for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, and it was just such a really nice bounce pass right there from Hassan, like mid-air too. Like she was by far going to go up for the shot, but at a last-second effort, just bounce passes it right there and an easy 2.
And a moving screen against Stone is turnover number 4 for ACU. Thunderbirds get the ball back, up by 7. 2:48 to go in the first half. Thunderbirds looking to break the full court press, and Ava Urich does so. Cross court to Hassan, right wing. Driving left to the free throw line. Chambers, top of the key, drives right. Doman, open right corner, triple, bucket. Great ball movement, leads to the open 3. Julie Goodenough has seen enough once again. We'll keep this timeout here. It's a 10-point lead for Southern Utah, 36-26, 2:31 to go in the Chrysalis second quarter. Become a mentor, a teacher, a friend at chrysalis.care. Dallin Richards, JC Rockhill alongside me, and it's a big run for Southern Utah, getting them to their biggest lead of the day, but it starts on the offensive or the defensive end that's led to easy shots as they've made 8 of their last 9 over the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, by far. I mean, the offense is just moving at a phenomenal pace right now. Like, they just seem so confident in all their passes. Like, they really turned it around, honestly. Like, we've just seen wide open shots inside the paint and outside the perimeter. Like, I didn't talk about the Brooklyn Feely 3, sadly, when I should have, but that was just such a wide open 3 as well. She had all day to set her feet and get a wide open 3 and a nice release by her as well. But as you mentioned, the defense of Southern Utah has just been on the lockdown right now.
Brooklyn Feely, just her 5th made triple of the season today, the last one coming against California Baptist in the overtime loss. The Wildcats, though, with the ball out of the timeout, down by 10. Stone, right wing, guarded by Hassan, driving right into the lane for the easy layup. That stops a 12-2 Southern Utah run. The deficit back down to 8. Hassan breaks the trap with ease, getting all the way down to Courtney Doman, who can't convert but is fouled on the rebound. So Courtney Doman misses the bunny but draws the foul. and it stays here with Southern Utah. Baseline out for the Thunderbirds. Hassan, Chambers, Doman, Urick, and Feely, the 5 out there for Southern Utah. Devin Kiernan on the bench with 2 fouls here in this first half.
Yeah, this is where you get really creative right here with your plays. You started with the too low, too high, then you got to pick.
And they reset a 15-foot mid-range jumper from the left elbow. Courtney Doman converts 38-28, 1:50 to go, second quarter. Woodson, top of the key, hands off to Groman. Now back to Stone, left wing. Looking for help, takes a screen going right, guarded by Doman, into the lane, blocked away by Courtney Doman, into the hands of Brooklyn Feely. Southern Utah looking to run again. Sierra Chambers crosses the timeline, crossover dribble going left, left-handed scoop shot, no, and the rebound to Woodson and ACU. Now Chavez running the court, layup up and in, past Brooklyn Feely, didn't want to pick up a second foul. 38-30, Thunderbirds on top, 1:10 to go, second quarter.
Got to give a lot of credit right there to Chavez on that transition deep offense right there.
Feely, left block, nearly loses it, gets away from it though, and gets the easy layup. 19 first half points for Brooklyn Feely, 8 of 11 shooting. Extends the lead back to 10 for the Thunderbirds. 45 seconds left in the first half. As Stone brings the ball up for Wildcats, and Woodson can't convert on the layup. Ava Urick comes away with the rebound. About a 4-second difference, shot and game clock as Chambers crosses the timeline, looking for one final shot here in the second quarter. Thunderbirds lead by 10. Slow dribble at the Thunderbird logo at half court for Sierra Chambers. Now it's Bella Hassan, back to Chambers, top of the key. Drives left, stops at the free throw line, too strong. The rebound to Woodson. 8 seconds left for ACU as they look to run. It's Stone, guarded by Chambers, drives down the right baseline, kick out to Chavez, guarded by Feely, 5-foot floater is short, and we'll head to the halftime break. Southern Utah leads 40-30 over Abilene Christian in a battle of top WAC schools. Take a break.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends, make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In has served Cedar City and our visitors for more than 45 years. With a diverse menu and affordable prices, Hermes hopes you'll come back again and again for their burgers, Navajo tacos, fries, house-made fry sauce, and more. Located just north of the City Park on Main Street, Hermes also offers shakes, soft drinks, and a weekly special. All roads lead to Hermes Drive-In, a proud sponsor of our local youth activities and athletes.
This is Adam from Levitt Group Insurance. Thank you, SUU, for allowing us to be a part of this great community. We are honored to be your exclusive insurance sponsors and wish all our athletes the best this year. Levitt Group Insurance, proudly representing auto owners insurance, will provide you with great rates for all your insurance needs. For more information or to get a quote, please visit us at levitt.com/SUU. From all of us at Levitt Group Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance, thanks for the opportunity to serve you.
Since 1956, Les Olson IT has been behind the scenes, powering the people and businesses that make Utah thrive. 10 years ago, we expanded into IT and became Utah's trusted managed service provider, rooted in reliability, powered by innovation. Les Olson IT, celebrating 10 years of keeping Utah connected. Les Olson IT, providing solutions that empower your business.
Les Olson IT.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah holds a 40-30 lead over Abilene Christian in the Township Pharmacy and Bullock Drug halftime report. Township Pharmacy located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown at 91 North Main. Dallin Richards, JC Rockhill alongside me, and it was a big second quarter for Southern Utah, outscoring the Wildcats 24-12 in the second quarter, and it all started on the defensive end for Southern Utah.
Yeah, by far. I mean, they're just playing absolutely clean defense right now. Like in the help defense, their arms are just straight up, just getting nice blocks right there. We saw a nice one by Courtney Doman, who was in the help defense and just able to get 2 points off of that transition as well. So the defense is just playing so well. The defensive rebounding, we said how critical that's going to be. They have gotten some really big defensive rebounds right here because that allows them not to go against the full-on set press defense, and it's just been working phenomenally for them. The defense is what's running the show now for the Thunderbirds.
And they've turned ACU over just 4 times there in the first half, but they're holding the Wildcats to 34% shooting from the field, 2 of 13 from the three-point line there in the first half. And they're doing a good job of closing out on the perimeter shooters, not allowing any easy looks for ACU on that end, and then getting the ball off the defensive rebounding. It's a 19-16 advantage for Southern Utah, but then that allows Southern Utah to get out on the fast break and score before that defense for ACU can set up. Again, 40 points in the first half against the top scoring defense in the WAC, ACU averaging or allowing just over 55 points a game. Southern Utah a little home cooking in that first half, but a start in the second quarter that Thunderbirds absolutely needed.
Yeah, most definitely. You have such a tight-knit and physical style of first quarter right there. So to come out with a bit of finesse and speed for the Thunderbirds, it's been phenomenal.
And they've been led, of course, by Brooklyn Feely. 19 points in the first half on 8 of 11 shooting, and 2 of 2 from the foul line, knocked down her only triple as well. And 7 boards also leads the Thunderbirds, but Ava Urich right behind her, 6 points coming off the career high 30 on Thursday night. And then Courtney Doman, 7 first half points, and anytime that Courtney Doman is adding to the box score, it is a good night for the Thunderbirds, as she does everything for Southern Utah defensively. So adding that offensive outburst as well can really open a game up. Her and Sierra Chambers both logged all 20 minutes there in the first half.
Yeah, and it's just been so impressive, like this sort of stamina that we're seeing from them. Like, you want that as a head coach. Like, you want your players to have that stamina, to have that desire to play, and also stay consistent with the play. It's been even more impressive.
And I asked Courtney Doman about that after Thursday night, where her and Sierra Chambers both logged 39 minutes, and Sierra Chambers outplayed her by about 40 seconds in that one. And I asked if there was a competition going between the two of them to see who could play the most minutes this season, and jokingly she laughed and said no, but seeing Sierra out on the court for almost 40 minutes a night motivates her and the rest of the team to be as in shape as Sierra and just want to stay out on the court and run with her.
Yeah, by far. And I mean, I hate to call it, but I think there is some competitions between the players, you know, discussing it inside the locker room. They're discussing it, you know, like I could probably outlast you on the court.
And we're seeing who can outlast who here at the Elevation in Cedar City. It's a 10-point Thunderbird lead over Abilene Christian, 40-30 after 2 quarters of play. We'll take a break and step aside. When we come back to the Township Pharmacy and Bullock Drug halftime report, we'll look at the WAC standings and scores from around the WAC. After this, you're listening to Thunderbirds women's basketball here live on Thunder 91.
With food that's made from scratch and fresh to order, Hermes Drive-In has options that every member of your family will enjoy. From your favorite burgers and fries to sandwiches, drinks, shakes, and more. Hermes is centrally located and easy to find at 294 North Main Street, just north of the City Park. Serving you and our community for more than 45 years, Hermes Drive-In is a proud sponsor of our students and athletes.
You want a job that makes a difference in the world. So join the Chrysalis team. Chrysalis is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we have flexible schedules for everyone. College student? No problem. Extra job? You got it. But what if you're looking for a career path? Absolutely. Chrysalis has mornings, days, and grave shifts available. Get paid to have fun, go to movies, share your talents, and make a difference. At Chrysalis, you are a mentor, a teacher, and a friend. Apply online at chrysalis.care.
Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy. Brad's Food Hut is happy to present this broadcast. Brad's is a traditional fixture in Cedar City and features the Bronco Burger, fish and chips, grilled cheese, and grilled turkey sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, shakes, and of course, soft drinks. Brad's is located on North Main Street in Cedar City. You're listening to KSUU Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah holds a 40-30 lead over Abilene Christian here at the Township Pharmacy in Bullock Drug Halftime Report. Pleased to serve you, the Cedar City community. Dallin Richards, JC Rockhill alongside me. And a big lead at the half is a theme across the women's side of the WAC here today. In Riverside, it's California Baptist out to a 42-24 lead at the halftime break over UT Arlington, who Southern Utah just saw here on Thursday night. We talked about the tough road trips that are in the WAC. That might be one of the more difficult ones. Go from Cedar City to Riverside, California in a 2-day span, in a game that was very emotional and very heated here on Thursday night. Can be tough to turn around that quickly, especially traveling to California and against a Lancers team that is setting the pace in the WAC right now at 7-1. ACU, though, right behind him, has a win in Riverside against CBU as well already this season at 6-1. Then there's Southern Utah at 6-3, looking to stay within striking distance of the two teams atop the WAC. Obviously, you have the two teams, the 1 and 2 seeds in the WAC tournament in Vegas in March will get a bye all the way to Friday in the semifinals of the WAC tournament. That's a huge advantage to get a bye and only have to win 2 games to get that NCAA berth.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You definitely want that week of rest by far, just to rest your head just a little bit, get in the right mental space by far. But you also want to study the opponents that you're probably going to play as well, like see their sort of tendencies, so to speak.
And then Tarleton State right behind the Thunderbirds at 4-4 in conference play. They have a 9-point lead down in St. George at the break as well against Utah Tech. Utah Valley on the bye today is off, but really there's a few different tiers when you look at the WAC standings, and obviously Southern Utah has the loss to Tarleton as well, to the 2 teams ahead of them. But you have to take advantage of being at home, which Southern Utah has done a great job of. The overtime loss to CBU, their only loss this season here in the AFEC. They're looking to do that here and continue that in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be huge if they were to get this win on the road and finish 2-0 at home this week. I mean, it just gives you such encouragement to really defend the home court even more, so to speak.
And after today, it is a 2-game road trip for Southern Utah as they go to Stephenville next Saturday. They have a bye on Thursday next week to take on the Texans once again, and then to Riverside the following Thursday on February 12th against CBU. That's a big road trip coming up for Southern Utah. Have to find a way to carry as much momentum as possible into that road trip, and it starts with a big second half.
Yeah, most definitely.
As we'll take a final break and get you keys to the second half and adjustments after this. You're listening to Southern Utah Women's Basketball here live on Thunder 91.
Clark & Linford Jewelers has been a staple on Main Street in downtown Cedar City since the 1970s. Cedar has grown a lot since then, but we are still your hometown jeweler. Our commitment to our customers remains the same, to help you find pieces you will love for years to come. Whether you're looking for an engagement ring, wedding band, or fashion piece, we'd love the opportunity to help you find your piece. Find us at 83 North Main Street in Cedar City and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Clark & Linford Jewelers, still your hometown jeweler, where SUU gets engaged.
Bullock strives to be the very best in serving you in Cedar City, offering fashion, decor, and kids items, as well as a fun old-fashioned soda fountain and pharmacy. We are a place where you can come enjoy unique shopping, a fun atmosphere, and quality service from all of our 4 stores on Main Street. Bring the family, grab a treat, and find that perfect gift. Enjoy your shopping experience with us, Bullock's, 91 North Main and historic downtown Cedar City.
Kabuto's, St. George #1 sushi and ramen bar. Student specials available Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure and give them a follow on social media at Kabuto Utah for weekly giveaways and local events.
Welcome back inside the AFEC as we wrap up the Township Pharmacy and Bullock Drug halftime report. Both have trained pharmacists to take care of your pharmaceutical needs and fill your prescriptions. I'm Dallin Richards. That's JC Rockhill alongside me. It's a 40-30 lead for the Thunderbirds at the half. Here on the women's side, the men down by 6 in Abilene right now at the half as well. But for the Thunderbirds here, it's all work ahead as they look to extend their 10-point lead and extend it to a 4-game winning streak after 2 more quarters here in the AFEC. But if you're head coach Julie Goodenough on the ACU locker room, what are you telling your team down by 10 here on the road?
I think the biggest thing that you want to go with in the second half is not be afraid to shoot the ball from the 3-point line. 2 for 13 is nothing that you want to necessarily cheer for, but at the end of the day, you're getting completely shut down defensively when you're inside the paint right now. So by far, look for the 3-point shots, or at least pump on the 3-point shot and get a defender off their feet, and then drive in and take on the help defense and try to draw a foul and go to the free throw line.
And if you're head coach Tracy Mason and Southern Utah in the halftime break, you're up by 10. It was a big second quarter. Obviously, Brooklyn Feely did her thing with 19 points in the first half. What are you telling your team in the locker room up by 10?
I would by far say look for the other options on offense. Brooklyn Feely, I feel like she's going to play some more big minutes in this half. So by far, you want to look for the other outlet passes and kickouts from the 3-point line as well. We're going to do the same thing, kind of get a defender off their feet and take the driving lane. Because Brooklyn Feely, she's going to be the main target right now in the second half. So look for the other options on offense.
And Southern Utah with the 10-point lead, led by the 19 points from Brooklyn Feely, closing in on her Southern Utah career high. That's her first season as a Thunderbird after spending a couple up in Oregon at Umpqua Community College, and has seamlessly filled in that starting center role for the Thunderbirds this year. Reigning WAC Newcomer of the Week, has been a WAC Newcomer of the Week now multiple times this season. It's been a WAC Player of the Week, one of 3 different Thunderbirds to win that award so far this season. And I think that just speaks to the depth and the selflessness of this Thunderbirds team, just going with the hot hand on any given night or week. And they have 3 or 4 different players that could take over a game at any point.
Oh yeah, most definitely. The depth right here is just unbelievable. I especially like Ashley Banks and Bella Hassan coming off the bench. They are 2 very dynamic players, showing off their ability, and also a shout out to Denver Anderson as well. I feel like when they all get in the rhythm, then it's just an all-around consistent team and hard to prepare for.
Starting 5s back out for both teams. ACU starts the Wilson Orthodontics third quarter with the ball, down by 10. Peyton Holt drives on Devin Kiernan, loses it, dives to the court though, and scoops it away, and a foul is called against Devin Kiernan, trying to get a tie-up. That's the 3rd foul against Kiernan. We'll see if she stays in. Just 12 seconds into this third quarter. And right on cue, Bella Hassan heads to the scorer's table. Devin Kiernan will head to the bench with those 3 fouls, and that's one that's frustrating. You play good defense, knock the ball away from the preseason WAC Player of the Year. Just got tied up trying to be too aggressive to force the jump ball.
Yep.
Inbound to Woodson, top of the key, guarded by Urich. Swings to Chavez, left wing, guarded by Chambers. 12 on the shot clock. Woodson now drives right on Urich, tries to post up, backs out, top of the key. Chavez, deep left wing triple, short, and the rebound chased down by Feely for Southern Utah, up to Chambers.
I probably should have mentioned it when he asked me, but another key to this second half right here, if you're ACU, look for the offensive rebounds and the putbacks as well.
Doman, top of the key with 15 on the shot clock for the Thunderbirds. Chambers left wing, guarded by Peyton Hull. 10 on the shot clock, crossover dribble. Chambers driving left on Hull, gets fouled as she hits the deck. couldn't get a shot up, so it'll be baseline out, but the shot clock resets to 20. That's the first on ACU here in the third quarter, and the first foul against Peyton Hull. Chambers to inbound, baseline out, and it goes into the hands of Chavez. Miscommunication between her and Urich on the cut. Now ACU looking to run. Woodson driving down the left baseline on Doman. Can't finish on the reverse layup. The rebound fought for, and Troxel comes away with it, and a foul is called against Sierra Chambers. That's her second, and the second on Southern Utah here in the third quarter.
And again, you're seeing the creativity right here with these inbounds passes. You got a line of 4, so that's going to force a man defense.
Inbound goes out. Left wing is Peyton Hull, guarded by Doman. Crossover dribble, driving in, left-handed layup, and one, as Courtney Doman could not get in position on the drive. Peyton Hull back to the free throw line where she was 3 of 4 in the first half, now up to 12 points to lead the Wildcats. 40-32, Thunderbirds still lead, 8:44 to go, third quarter. Already 3 fouls on Southern Utah in the first minute 16 of the third quarter. Hull converts on the layup, or on the free throw rather. It's a 7-point lead for the Thunderbirds as Bella Hassan gets into the front court in a hurry. Now they slow it down. Sierra Chambers back on the right wing. Drifts to the opposite wing. Now hands back to Hassan. 15 on the shot clock. Back to Chambers left corner. Guarded closely by Davis. Takes a screen left from your going baseline, and a foul is called as Woodson couldn't get over in time on the drive. So now the second foul on ACU here in the second quarter. Resets the shot clock to 20. Woodson picks up her second foul.
Yeah, and you really saw it right there on the drive in Woodson. She's going to the help defense right there, but you realize she's just going to miss her by a little bit, so she moves too fast and just body checks the driving guard.
Ava Urich takes the inbound and goes from the left block all the way to the right for the right-handed hook shot. Get the lead back up to 9 for Southern Utah. Peyton Hull, though, right back at Courtney Doman for the layup. 42-35, Thunderbirds with the lead. 8 minutes to go, third quarter. Urich breaks the press, gets into the front court, finds Doman left corner, now Hassan left wing. Starts a drive on Davis before backing out to Chambers right wing. Bella Hassan top of the key with 10. Tries to go down to Feely, but it's stolen by Troxel as she looks to run on the break. Fast break, Bella Hassan that's back on defense and fouls Troxel to make her earn it at the free throw line. So the fourth team foul on Southern Utah. 7:36 to go in the third quarter. ACU in the bonus for the rest of this third quarter here. They've been aggressive getting the ball inside and drawing fouls against the guards of Southern Utah.
Yeah, by far the paint defense has been absolutely exposed by ACU in this one. It's worked so much in their benefit, and they're also trying to get those fast break points that we talked about. We saw Troxel right there going against a much smaller Hassan, and just able to get that foul and just go to the line.
Troxel missed the first, knocks down the second. 42-36, Thunderbird lead, 7:30 to go, third quarter. They look to break the press. Chambers crosses the timeline, escapes the double team, gets to the middle of the paint, stops, left-handed scoop shot up and in. Sierra Chambers with great patience. She now has 5 points, the lead back up to 8 for Southern Utah. Peyton Hull, right wing, takes a screen left from from Woodson. Thought about the top of the key three. Instead, they slow it down. Daughtry now over to Troxel, top of the key. Step back three, too strong. Rebound to Daughtry. Gets stolen away by Chambers. Now Southern Utah looks to run. Bella Hassan, left corner, triple. Too strong. Rebound to Woodson and ACU as they look to run now with Davis. Davis into the lane. Can't convert on the layup. Good defense from Sierra Chambers. The putback doesn't fall from Hull as well. Troxel's putback too strong. Woodson's putback too short. Troxel again. Rebound and a foul is called. ACU crashing the offensive glass. Just 4 on that possession alone. They have 9 now for the game. And it gets free throws for the Wildcats. Emma Troxel right back as Morgan Triguero checks in for Bella Hassan. Emma Troxel right back to the free throw line. Knocks down the first. She's up to 4 points to go with 9 rebounds, a game high. One more coming for the junior forward. She goes 2 for 2, 44-38 Thunderbird lead. 6:34 to go, third quarter. As Urick crosses the timeline along the right wing. Swings to Feely, right corner. Guarded by Flippin. Flippin falls to the ground. Feely can't convert on the jumper. Gets her own miss and draws the foul. Great crossover move there. Putting your best Harlem Globetrotter impression on. Just couldn't convert on the step-back jumper, but gets back to the free throw line.
Yeah, you see her drive down the baseline right there, just shed a defender like a fly. Can't get the finish like you mentioned, but able to get the rebound and force a foul.
Feely with 19 first half points. Looking to add to that here from the free throw line. Short on the first. Have a chance for one more. Brooklyn Feely goes 1 for 2. She's up to 20 points to go with her 8 rebounds. And Southern Utah's lead back up to 7, 45-38, 6:10 to go in the Wilson Orthodontics third quarter. Peyton Hull drives the right baseline on Doman. Easy layup. Peyton Hull starting to take over the game for ACU. She's up to 17 points. Triguero crosses the timeline for Southern Utah, handing off to Chambers, top of the key. Now Urick, right wing. Spins on Troxel at the free throw line. Finds a backdoor cut. Brooklyn Feely way too fast for Flippin on the ACU end, and it's an easy bucket. A new Southern Utah career high of 22 for Brooklyn Feely.
I mean, on this play, it was just purely Urick and Brooklyn Feely working on the same page right there. You saw Feely just work her way outside just a little bit, looked like she was going to go outside the three-point line, and just cut so decisively right back in. So fast, so agile at that center spot. Just a very tremendous athletic play.
Aaron Woodson drives on Morgan Triguero, who picks up the foul, and will send Woodson to the free throw line for a pair. Triguero heads to the bench, and Denver Anderson checks in for Southern Utah. Chambers, Doman, Anderson, Urick, and Feely, the 5 for the Thunderbirds. As Woodson knocks down the first, her first 2 free throw attempts of the night. She has 7 points now on 3 of 10 shooting. Goes 2 for 2 though from the line. 47-42, ACU trails by 5. Southern Utah, 5:23 to go third quarter as Urick crosses the timeline on the right wing. Guarded by Troxel, kicks out Chambers left wing. Drives baseline, pull-up jumper, too strong. Rebound to Davis and ACU. She looks to go coast to coast in a hurry into the head of Feely and loses it out of bounds. Great defense from Brooklyn Feely to not foul. 5:09 left here in the third quarter. Southern Utah forces the turnover. Now looks to break the press. Ava Urick with it. Cross court, Chambers, left wing. Now Southern Utah slows it down. Doman top of the key. Back to Chambers, thought about the left wing triple. Instead, resets. Backdoor cut from Urick is intercepted by Hull into the hands of Chavez. Turnover number 9 for Southern Utah. Chavez now looking to go coast to coast. Backs out when she sees Urick. Woodson, right wing, guarded by Anderson. Drives right. Layup up and in for Aaron Woodson. And the lead is down to 3 for Southern Utah. 47-44, 4:30 to go here in the third quarter. Chambers left wing, drives into the paint, 15-foot floater, rolls around the rim and gets the friendly roll. And Tracy Mason takes a timeout to settle her team down. It's 49-44, Thunderbirds on top of ACU, 4:17 to go, third quarter. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Thunderbirds women's basketball here live on Thunder 91.
Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy. Brad's Food Hut is happy to present this broadcast. Brad's is a traditional fixture in Cedar City and features the Bronco Burger, fish and chips, grilled cheese, and grilled turkey sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, shakes, and of course, soft drinks. Brad's is located on North Main Street in Cedar City. You're listening to KSUU Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC. 4:17 to go in the Wilson Orthodontics third quarter. Wilson Orthodontics has provided generations of hometown smiles, serving our community for more than 30 years. It's a 49-44 Southern Utah lead over Abilene Christian. Dallin Richards, JC Rockhill alongside me, and I like the timeout from Tracy Mason there as ACU got out to an early run to start the third quarter. Just settle the team back down. You're still up by 5. You just have to get back to what was working well in that first half.
Yeah, and to get back to what was working, look for your decisive cuts right there and look outside the perimeter. Get back to the ball movement and make sure your offense is moving around and be ready for those backline, baseline cuts for easy layups.
And 3 turnovers here in the third quarter after 6 in the first half for Southern Utah. But they're still shooting the ball well. 55% from the field, 50% from 3. When you flip it over to the other side, it's just under 35% for ACU from the field and 2 of 15 from 3. But the biggest difference is ACU is being aggressive, getting to the free throw line. They've shot 12 free throws to Southern Utah 6.
Yeah, and it's really just been working so well because their drive-ins have been so decisive. Like I talked about it, how they might have to look at the perimeter end of this one and just shoot more threes and hoping that they go in, but it hasn't been the case. They've just been able to go right by the defenders of Southern Utah and get easy buckets and also draw fouls and go to the line like you mentioned.
ACU with the ball out of the timeout. Chambers, Doman, Anderson, Urick, and Feely still the 5 for Southern Utah. Cole swings to Davis, right wing. Takes a screen, denies it actually, and gets the switch with Feely. Goes under the basket to the left block. Give and go, nice dump off to Hole. Reverse layup doesn't fall. Rebound is fought for, and we'll see who they call the foul on. It is against ACU. As that takes us to the, it shouldn't take us to another timeout, as we just had the media timeout when Tracy Mason took the timeout. But the teams are going to a timeout. We'll keep this one here. Southern Utah with a 49-44 lead, 3:58 to go in the Wilson Orthodontics third quarter. And that was good defense there from Southern Utah. They're forcing tough shots. ACU starting to figure out the defense, but the quickness and size for Southern Utah has caused issues for the Wildcats on the offensive end all day.
Yeah, most definitely. And they also play it very cleanly right there, I thought. You know, arms are straight up and they're just shuffling their feet really well and just really moving with the point guards as they're trying to go up for their layups or at least find a kick out pass for a three-pointer. They're also covering the perimeter in that case.
And ECU has been forced to play a lot of isolation ball in this game so far. Not a lot of ball movement. Just 2 assists on 16 made field goals for the Wildcats. You flip it around in Southern Utah, 14 assists on 21 made field goals. And that's why Southern Utah, one of the best teams in the WAC in assists per game, at hovering around 15. But they've done a great job defensively of not allowing any easy passes and saying, if you want to try to beat us one-on-one off the perimeter, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you basically just took the words out of my mouth right there, partner. I mean, the success rate of SEU, I've been so impressed with just their ability to finish their shots as well. It's just been so impressive. But of course, ACU, they're coming at you too, so you got to be ready.
And ACU has been crashing the glass, though. They're up to a +2 advantage, but a +7 on the offensive rebounds. 11 for the Wildcats, just 4 for Southern Utah. And obviously, part of that is Southern Utah is shooting the ball 55%. You don't have as many opportunities for those offensive rebounds. But there have been a few possessions where ACU's gotten 3 or 4 looks at the basket. Southern Utah playing good defense, has to finish though with a rebound.
Exactly, yeah. Like we saw it a few drives ago for ACU, they had about 4 or 5 offensive rebounds in one drive. So yeah, for SEU, you got to get back into that defensive rebounding rhythm.
3:58 to go, coming out of the media timeout in the Wilson Orthodontics third quarter, who's dedicated to personalized care in all aspects of your orthodontic treatment. For the Thunderbirds, it will be Chambers, Doman, Anderson, Urich, and Feely. Still the same 5 out there for Southern Utah. For the final 3:58 of the third quarter, where they lead 49-44 as you listen to Southern Utah women's basketball here live on Thunder 91. ACU in that patented press defense against Southern Utah coming out of the timeout. Urich with it for the Thunderbirds along the right side, looking for help, no dribble. Cross court out to Chambers, left wing across the timeline. Now the Thunderbirds set up that half-court offense as they hand to Urich, top of the key. Anderson, right wing, takes dribbles to the top of the key. Now Chambers, right wing, and a foul away from the basketball goes against Abilene Christian and Emma Doherty. That will send Brooklyn Feely back to the free throw line as the Thunderbirds are in the bonus. And that one there, you see Feely's physicality is causing issues for ACU. Not as big as UT Arlington that the Thunderbirds saw on Thursday. Brooklyn Feely has caused issues all night, and now you're seeing them start to get frustrated and fighting too hard for positioning before she gets the ball.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I get that you want to be physical in this situation against a very physical style of player that Feely is, but you also got to pick your spots and be aware as a defender and not get too physical and just foul all night.
Feely goes 2 for 2 from the line. She's up to 24 points on the afternoon. 51-44 Thunderbird lead, 3:30 to go third quarter. Peyton Hull, top of the key, takes a screen from Troxel going right, crossover on Feely into the lane, left-handed layup up and in for Peyton Hull. She has 19 points for the Wildcats. Southern Utah breaks the press. Chambers left wing, drives into the lane, dumps to Feely. Rejected from behind by Woodson into the hands of Emma Troxel for ACU. Woodson now looking to run on Anderson, gets to the right block, kicks back out. Troxel the trailer from 3, airballed into the hands of Chavez for the reverse layup. 48 points for ACU now, the deficit down to 3, 51-48. Under 3 to go here, third quarter. And a foul in the backcourt. Chavez with the arm bar against Ava Urich, and a bailout for Southern Utah. Urich gets 2 free throws after she still had the ball in the backcourt with 9 seconds out on the 10 count.
Yeah, and I got to say, I mean, Ava Urich, she has not had the game that I expected, so I'm going to expect her to be in the clutch in this situation. You know, you're late in the third, and of course in the fourth quarter coming up, they're going to close in on Feely, like I said, at the halftime. So Ava Urich, she's going to have to step up big right here and be that second offensive option.
Knocks down the first, has a chance for one more. The junior from Burlingame, California, up to 10 points, crossed the 1,000-point career mark earlier today. 53-48 Thunderbird lead, 2:43 to go third quarter. Peyton Hull, right wing, takes a screen from Chavez, gets the switch with Urich, right block, spins middle of the paint, reverse layup is short, and Urich cleans it up. Out to Chambers, who slows things down for Southern Utah. Back to Urich, right wing. No dribble, looking for help. Doman comes, top of the key. Over to Chambers, left wing, guarded by Chavez. Step back, deep 2, off the back iron. Feely's there, though, for the rebound. And an easy offensive charge, just lowered the shoulder. Troxel hit the deck, and Feely didn't even go up for a shot. Knew a foul was coming one way or the other. And just got caught there. Troxel got in good position there to draw the charge.
Yeah, you saw it on the replay right there. Practically a truck stick animation right there from Brooklyn Feely. Extremely physical, and credit to Troxel for just falling backwards, not moving her feet whatsoever, and get that charge.
Chavez open in the left corner, books the 3 for ACU. It's a 2-point ball game. 53-51, under 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Southern Utah looking to stop the ACU run as they cross the timeline with Doman. Anderson, right corner triple, short. Feely gets the offensive rebound again. Feely in the paint, and a 3-second call and a turnover. Brooklyn Feely too long in the paint with the ball, and it's turnover number 11 for Southern Utah. Devin Kiernan into the game for Ava Urich, so the 3 fouls for Devin Kiernan. See if ACU doesn't try to attack her here. 95 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's a 2-point ball game. Thunderbirds led by 10 at the half. Davis guarded by Anderson, swings out, Hole. Right wing, left wing triple, wide left, and Feely gets the rebound once again. She has a double-double with a career-high 24 points, and Chavez picks up another foul in the backcourt, sending Sierra Chambers to the free throw line for a pair. The third on Chavez.
That's a Chavez on that play. You just saw her, like she's getting in the backcourt right there. And in those situations, you typically just want a little bit of space between you and the person transitioning into the offense. You just want a little bit of space, and that one, she just got way too physical. I think she tried to pick the pocket right there, and it just goes against her completely.
Chambers knocks the first down. She's up to 8 points. This is her first trip to the free throw line. Also has 5 assists for Southern Utah. Chambers goes 2 for 2, one of the top free throw shooters in the country, not who you want to foul in the backcourt. 55-51, Southern Utah leads, 1:10 to go, third quarter. Davis posting up on the right block on Chambers, throws it to head coach Julie Goodenough with great hands, but not the purple you want to throw to.
Yep. Just a miscommunication right here. You're going to see Davis as she's going up to the free throw line. Teammate just cuts way too far. Like she thought that she was just sitting in the middle right there outside the perimeter.
Chambers in the right corner, drifts over to the wing to reset under a minute to go, third quarter. Now Anderson with it right wing, driving left on Troxel, spins back right, backdoor cut from Brooklyn Feely, gets triple teamed in the paint, has to do something with it, and another 3-second call as she is trapped under the basket, and Tracy Mason yelling, just go up with it. I think the triple team came so fast, Feely didn't have a choice but to do anything there with the ball.
Yeah.
Another Thunderbird turnover, number 13 of the night. ECU with the ball. Woodson, left wing, guarded by Kiernan with those 3 fouls as she clears out, goes to the right block on the drive. Kiernan stays straight up though and forces the miss. No more shot clock for Southern Utah. They can hold for a final shot if they choose, and it looks like that's what Sierra Chambers will elect to do. 4-point lead, down to 13 in the quarter. Down to 10. Chambers denies the screen from Feely. Now cut, right wing triple Anderson, in and out. The rebound to Woodson for ACU. Looking to get one last shot off at half court, is short. So Southern Utah holds on to a 4-point lead after 3 quarters of play. We'll have a tight one for the final 10 minutes. 55-51, Thunderbirds on top of the Wildcats after 3. You're listening to Thunderbird women's basketball here live on Thunder 91.
With food that's made from scratch and fresh to order, Hermes Drive-In has options that every member of your family will enjoy. From your favorite burgers and fries to sandwiches, drinks, shakes, and more. Hermes is centrally located and easy to find at 294 North Main Street, just north of the City Park. Serving you and our community for more than 45 years, Hermes Drive-In is a proud sponsor of our students and athletes.
You want a job that makes a difference in the world. So join the Chrysalis team. Chrysalis is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we have flexible schedules for everyone. College student? No problem. Extra job? You got it. But what if you're looking for a career path? Absolutely. Chrysalis has mornings, days, and grave shifts available. Get paid to have fun, go to movies, share your talents, and make a difference. At Chrysalis, you are a mentor, a teacher, and a friend. Apply online at chrysalis.care.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends. They make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In is happy to sponsor youth activities in our area. They are located just north of the City Park on Main Street. Hermes features burgers, shakes, fries, and soft drinks, and a variety of other items, including scones. Hermes Drive-In, 294 North Main Street, Cedar City.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah holds on to a 55-51 lead after 3 quarters of play. Dallin Richards, JC Rockhill alongside me. Thunderbirds didn't make a field goal in the last 4.5 minutes of the third quarter. They held on to the lead, though, because of their good defense and getting to the free throw line.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the defense right there really came in the clutch late in the third quarter right there. Very physical, but also very finesse outside the perimeter right there. And that's going to be something that's going to be so critical right here in the fourth. You cannot be fouling outside the three-point line.
Starters out there for the Thunderbirds as they start with the ball and the lead here in the fourth quarter. Cross court, Chambers, left corner, triple, in and out, and the rebound goes to ACU by way of Doherty. Up to Davis now, Woodson, right wing, guarded by Devin Kiernan with those 3 fouls. Slow it down with Davis. Now Doherty, top of the key. Drives right, spins left on Feely, rejected by Brooklyn Feely and out of bounds. ACU stays with the ball. First block for Brooklyn Feely here tonight. 14 on the shot clock for ACU. Peyton Holda inbound. They go out, Woodson, right wing triple. Too strong, and Feely, who else for Southern Utah, comes away with it. Out to Chambers as they slow things down. Sierra Chambers now speeds back up as she crosses the timeline. Doman, left wing. 19 on the shot clock as Ava Urick is fouled away from the basketball. Once again, just trying to fight for positioning. Doherty this time picks it up for ACU, the first on the Wildcats here in the third quarter. Chambers the inbound, baseline out, goes to Feely, left elbow. Tries to find Urick, Troxel with the steal, out to Peyton Hull looking to run. Guarded by Doman, gets her in the air, can't convert on the second chance though, and Brooklyn Feely comes away with it for Southern Utah and finds Chambers out of the double team. Sierra Chambers looks to run, stops just inside the paint, too strong on the floater, but a foul is called as she got hit from behind. And that stop on a dime right near the free throw line just gets opposing defenses in a bind as Sierra Chambers goes back to the free throw line.
Yeah, and this is the last person you want shooting free throws in this situation at this time in the game.
Chambers at 9 points, 5 assists on the afternoon. Knocks down the first. Third and fourth free throws of the afternoon coming for Sierra Chambers. She knocks them both down as Chavez comes back into the game for ACU. Doherty heads to the bench after picking up her second foul. 57-51, Thunderbirds lead, 8:50 to go in the ball game. ACU swinging around the perimeter. Now Stone along the left wing. Finds Troxel, free throw line going right on Brooklyn Feely. Spin back left, turnaround jumper off the glass and in for the and one. A late and weak whistle comes from the officials, and it will send Emma Troxel to the free throw line. Brooklyn Feely picks up the foul. That's her third. And I still don't see where that foul was.
Yeah, very, very controversial call.
Nonetheless, Emma Troxel makes Southern Utah pay with the three-point play. 57-54. Thunderbirds with the lead as Devin Kiernan crosses the timeline and shuffled the feet. It's a travel.
That is a fair call right there. You're going to see her right as she got into trouble. She was just about to release the ball for a pass for Ava Urick, but her feet just shuffled like you said.
ACU can tie with a three-pointer. They're just 3 of 20, though, on the afternoon. Troxel, top of the key, looking for help. Entry down to Chavez. Right block, guarded by Urick. Faces up, crossover dribble, gets into the paint. Turnaround jumper is short. Rebound out of bounds. Last touched by Groman and ACU. Southern Utah gets the ball back. So they look to break the press, leading by 3. 8:05 to go in the ball game as Ava Urich throws it nearly away, but Stone can't corral the pass. And it goes out of bounds. Thunderbirds retain possession.
And you're going to see this is really risky right here because the defender is just wide open in the zone right there to pick it off and look for the transition offense.
So Southern Utah catches a break. Courtney Doman will inbound in the death corner just out of the baseline. Inbound to Feely along the left wing. Now drifts to the top of the key, swings over right wing with Kiernan, drives left, handoff to Chambers at the free throw line. Step through, now Doman, left corner, driving baseline, contested layup, no. Feely's there for the rebound, can't convert on the offensive putback, and the rebound out to ACU as Stone slows things down, crossing the timeline. Still trailing by 3, ACU with the ball. Peyton Hull, left wing, guarded by Chambers. Pick and pop, left wing triple is short. Kiernan comes away with it for Southern Utah. Out to Chambers, slows things down for Southern Utah. Gets into the paint, backdoor cut. Courtney Doman, 5-foot floater in and out. And a rebound is called against, or a foul is called against ACU on the rebound. So it stays with Southern Utah. The Thunderbirds still getting that good ball movement, just aren't hitting on those same easy shots that they got in the first half.
Yeah, and you're just going to see her wide open at the baseline cut. It just throws it up there, just rattles around the rim and goes nowhere.
Chambers to inbound, baseline out for the Thunderbirds, 20 on the shot clock. 57-54 lead as the inbound goes to Kiernan, left wing. Thought about the triple, said cross court to Chambers, right wing. Zone defense from ACU as Southern Utah swings the perimeter, and Kiernan makes them pay with the left wing triple. Now up to 6 points for the freshman. The lead is 6, 7 minutes to go, third quarter.
That was a much needed shot right there.
Troxel guarded by Feely, driving right, layup and one for Emma Troxel. Brooklyn Feely picks up the foul. That's her 4th, and Ashley Banks heads to the scorer's table to check in. So 4 fouls for Brooklyn Feely. We'll see how long Tracy Mason and the Thunderbirds can afford to have Feely on the bench. Now with Southern Utah career highs, 24 points and 15 rebounds. But Emma Troxel converts on the and one again. 60-57, 6:50 to go in the ball game. Thunderbirds with the ball and the lead. Kiernan crosses the timeline, drifts over to the right wing. Now Urich to Chambers, left wing. Driving baseline, tries to find Banks, but it's stolen away by Davis with the pickpocket. Now looking to run. Peyton Hull, left corner triple is short, into the hands of Ava Urich for Southern Utah. Chambers crosses the timeline for the Thunderbirds, holding on to that 3-point lead. Now pick and pop with Urich, top of the key, goes to the free throw line, and in and out of the hands of Courtney Doman on the backdoor cut. It's turnover 15 for Southern Utah.
And these turnovers, they're just piling up like back-to-back drives essentially right here, and you're just being really sloppy with your passes overall. Like, you gotta be able to clean this up. Davis with the ball
for ACU as they swing around the perimeter. It stops with Woodson driving down the right baseline, guarded by Chambers. Reverse layup up and in. Wants an and one, but no whistle. It's a 1-point ball game. 5:50 to go, fourth quarter. Southern Utah holding on to that lead for dear life as Kiernan breaks the press, dump off to Banks, and Peyton Hull rejects it from behind. Ashley Banks thought she was more open than she was. Great backside defense from Peyton Hull to get the block. Southern Utah will inbound, baseline out. Chambers to inbound, 21 on the shot clock. Still a 1-point lead for the Thunderbirds. They go to Urich. Right elbow, jumper up and in for Ava Urich. She's up to 12 points. And the lead is 3 for the Thunderbirds, 62-59. 5:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Peyton Hull, top of the key, swings to Woodson, left wing, guarded by Kiernan. Posts up from the free throw line, kicks back out Peyton Hull. Crossover dribble at the free throw line going right, up and in on the scoop shot. Tough shot there for Peyton Hull, but the lead back down to 1 for Southern Utah.
And then now you see what ACU's doing. They got a bit of a mini two-man trap coming up on the press.
And they call a 10-second violation against Southern Utah, and boy, it was close. It looked like Chambers was across the timeline. The officials will discuss.
Looked like her foot just crossed.
The shot clock's still at 20. It did not go past 10 seconds. And a long discussion here from the 3 officials. And it looks like they are awarding the shot clock violation. A quick 10-second call. Usually you'll see officials wait until it gets to 19 on the shot clock. This officiating crew did not. Woodson, right wing for ACU, looking to retake the lead. Guarded by Chambers, now the switch with Urick at the left elbow. Driving in, kick out to Davis, left corner, shuffle the feed, it's a travel on the drive.
Yeah, you saw Kiernan right there for a second, thought that a foul had been called on her, but it wasn't going to be a travel, yeah.
As we head to the media timeout, 4:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Thunderbirds 62, Wildcats 61. You're listening to Southern Utah Women's Basketball live on Thunder 91.
Here at Culver's, we're known for our fresh, delicious food. What most of you don't know is for the last several years, we've been training Southern Utah's most elite basketball players. Sometimes they need instruction, and that's where I step in. Practice makes perfect, but we demand perfection.
Bradshaw Chevrolet Buick is Cedar City's original hometown dealership. Family owned and serving the area since 19...
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends. They make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah is holding on to a 62-61 lead over Abilene Christian. Dallin Richards, JC Rockhill alongside me. 4:50 to go in the Pioneer Floor Coverings and Design fourth quarter. Here to answer your questions about your flooring. And ACU went on a run to start the third quarter, as was expected from a team contending for first place in the WAC. But Southern Utah's done a good job of holding on to this lead. ACU doing everything they can, though, to retake that lead.
Yeah, absolutely. They're pulling out all the tricks. They're pulling all the tricks out of the bag, essentially, right here. We finally saw a two-man press right there, a two-man trap press, I should say, and it really slowed down the Thunderbirds' offense right there and just got them the ball back.
Yeah, it was the 17th turnover of the day on the 10-second call, the 11th of the second half for Southern Utah. But if you're Southern Utah, you have the ball here. Your starter, or Ashley Banks, the lone player off the bench, and Brooklyn Feely on the bench with 4 fouls. So Chambers, Kiernan, Doman, Urick, and Banks, the 5 for the Thunderbirds with 4:50 to go. And they inbound the ball to Devin Kiernan. Kiernan gets across the timeline and finds Urick right wing. Now Chambers resets near the half-court logo. Right elbow for Ava Urick, posted up on Emma Troxel. Gets past her, can't hit the layup. The rebound fought for, a jump ball. Possession goes to ACU. ACU gets the stop and the jump ball, and here comes Brooklyn Feely with those 4 fouls. Ashley Banks to the bench, and if you're ACU, I think the whole game plan is attack number 4 in the paint.
Yeah, by far, and you definitely want to draw that foul like you said, and we saw it earlier. You know, like she's really trying to poke the ball out right as it's being released, and that's not going to go through in terms of the refs.
Peyton Hull, top of the key, crossover dribble on Doman going right. Contested layup doesn't fall. She gets her own miss. Second chance opportunity is stripped away by Brooklyn Feely. Out to Chambers, Southern Utah looking to run. Chambers slows it down at the three-point line, gets to the elbow. Backdoor cut from Ava Urick, steps through the double team, up and in on the layup. Ava Urick up to 14 points. The lead is 3 for Southern Utah, under 4 to play. Hull right wing for ACU. Kick ball out of bounds by Courtney Doman as they try to get the ball to Woodson on the block. Reset the shot clock to 20. Peyton Hull will inbound. Side out for ACU. And a kick ball on the inbound. Courtney Doman showing off her best soccer skills. And we'll retry once again. Peyton Hull side out. The inbound to Chavez, right corner. Down to Troxel, right block. 15-foot jumper is short. Feely gets a rebound, the 16th of the night for the junior. Out to Chambers, who slows things down. Now Feely along the left wing. Southern Utah 64, ACU 61. 3.5 to go, fourth quarter. As Chambers takes the handoff. Pick and roll with Feely, gets into the lane, kick out. Kiernan, right wing triple, strong into the hands of Peyton Hull and ACU. Hull looking to go coast to coast, guarded by Urick. No dribble, kicks out Woodson. Top of the key, guarded by Chambers, driving right, gets to the block under the basket, reverse layup, up and in, plus the foul. Sierra Chambers did not stay vertical, and ECU can tie the game with an Aaron Woodson free throw.
Yep, you'll watch Woodson just goes up with the underneath, and it is a pretty good call, I think, because you saw Hassan, her arms were just all the way slumped over trying to contest that shot.
That is the third foul on Sierra Chambers, and Woodson ties the game 64-64. 3:08 to go in the Pioneer Floor Coverings and Design fourth quarter. What has turned into a dogfight here in the AFEC. Southern Utah with the ball. Urick crosses the timeline. Now Chambers, left corner, triple, short, rebound, fought for. Devin Kiernan comes away with it. Southern Utah second chance opportunity. Chambers, left wing, 15 on the shot clock. Cross court, Chambers. Courtney Doman, right corner. Pick and roll, Feely under the basket. Gets the layup to go. 26 points for Brooklyn Feely. It's a 2-point lead for Southern Utah. Davis now with it for ACU. 2:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Wildcats trail by 2. Swing around the perimeter, it stops with Woodson, guarded by Kiernan. Drives to the free throw line, handoff Peyton Hull, top of the key, goes right on Doman. Shuffles the feet on the spin move, and Courtney Doman forces the turnover. The 10th of the day for Abilene Christian. 2:16 to go in the fourth quarter as the student section lets Peyton Hull know about the travel. Urick with it for the Thunderbirds, crossing the timeline. Swings to Doman, right corner. Drives baseline, gets double teamed, hit, no foul, and she swings out to Feely. In the right corner, 15 on the shot clock. Gets all the way in, kicks out Chambers, left corner. Kiernan, left wing triple. In and out. Rebound, fought for it, comes into the hands of Doherty and ACU. They can tie or take the lead with a triple. 1:45 to go in the ball game. Peyton Hull on the right wing. Looking for an entry pass and says swings top of the key to Davis. Guarded by Chambers. Takes the screen from Doherty going left. Into the lane. Scoop shot up and in. We're tied. 66-66. 1:30 to go in the ball game. Urick crosses the timeline, slows it down on the right wing. Chambers with it left wing. Tied ball game, 1:13 to go. Chambers, right wing, yo-yo dribble with 10 on the shot clock. Goes left into the lane, scoop shot. No, but a foul is called, and Sierra Chambers will head to the free throw line for a pair. Woodson picks it up. That's her third. and ACU's 5th on the quarter, so Southern Utah in the bonus.
Yeah, that's exactly what we saw earlier. This time it just comes from the top of the key. Sierra Chambers drives right on through, and Woodson just brings her right arm down right as she's going up for that layup.
Chambers knocks down the first. Thunderbirds retakes the lead. 65 seconds to go here in the Pioneer Floor Coverings and Design 4th quarter. One more for the sophomore. She drills it. 68-66. ACU with it. And Davis with the ball. Under a minute to play. Wildcats looking to tie or take the lead with a triple. Woodson drives down the left baseline, guarded by Kieran, gets across the paint, too strong on the hook shot. And who else but Brooklyn Feely to come away with the rebound. Tracy Mason calls timeout to advance the ball. 48 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Dallin Richards, JC Rockhill alongside me for a barn burner of a game here between seeds 2 and 3 as it currently sits in the Western Athletic Conference. And this game has lived up to anything and everything you could have imagined.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, both offenses right now are just pulling everything out of the stops. The defenses are doing great work of getting back in the transition and getting stops.
And if you're Southern Utah here in the timeout, you call that timeout off the defensive rebound, you advance the ball, you avoid the full court pressure from ACU. The Wildcats don't have to foul here with 48 seconds left. There is still a shot clock in only a 1-possession game. I think this ball has to be a pick and roll with Sierra Chambers and Brooklyn Feely.
Yeah, I by far think that. And if I do remember right, Urick is also out there, so she's going to be a nice little second option on that pick and roll on the kick-out pass as well.
And Brooklyn Feely, career high 26 points, career high 17 rebounds in the double-double. Sierra Chambers has 13 points to go with 7 assists. Ava Urick coming off a career high 30 points against UTA on Thursday. Has 14 points on 6 of 10 shooting, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Done a little bit of everything for the Thunderbirds here tonight. It will be Thunderbird ball in front of the scorers table. 48 seconds to go in the ball game. 30 seconds on the shot clock for the Thunderbirds, who lead 68-66 over Abilene Christian. Ava Urick, the inbounding duties. Chavez to Garter. Each team with 2 timeouts left. Urick inbounds to Feely, who loses it in the backcourt. It's a backcourt violation because she touched it. And now they'll stop and discuss and see if she did in fact touch it. And they say she did not touch it. So good officiating there to go away and make sure it was not touched by Feely in the front court before the back court. Thunderbirds retake possession, and the inbound goes to Doman. Now Chambers with it. ACU electing not to foul yet. 17 on the shot clock for Chambers on the left wing. 12 on the shot clock. Southern Utah starts their set. Screen right from Feely. Chambers gets to the right elbow. Crossover dribble, middle of the paint. Steps through, left-handed layup. No, but a foul is called against Davis, and Sierra Chambers heads back to the free throw line. Good defense for 26 seconds for ACU. All for nothing, sending Sierra Chambers to the free throw line regardless.
Yep, and again, this is the last player that you want shooting free throws at this time in the game.
22.1 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Chambers at the line for 2 for the Thunderbirds. Knocks down the first. It's a 3-point lead for Southern Utah. Just 3 fouls on the Thunderbirds here in the 4th quarter. They do have a foul to give if they choose to do so. 4-point game. Julie Goodenough calls timeout to advance the ball. 22 seconds left, and we'll start first. If you're ACU, you're down by 4 with 22 seconds left. What are you drawing up here in the timeout?
I mean, this is a really tough call right here. I mean, you do have over 20 seconds, so you could, if you want to, go for the 2 points and then get in a press trap defense and then try to get the ball back and get another 2 points and tie it up. So I think they're going to go for that, honestly.
And if you're Southern Utah, you're up by 4, 22 seconds left. I personally, with a foul to give, I like playing overly aggressive in this situation and try to get a steal. If you foul, it's not the end of the world. There's no free throws yet for the Wildcats.
Right, yeah, and that's a good point right there. For the defense, you have a lot of options right here.
And let me rephrase, anybody not named Brooklyn Feely with 4 fouls can play aggressive and go for the steal.
Yeah.
Don't want her to pick up her 5th foul. That one would matter. The others inconsequential with the foul to give.
Yeah.
We'll see what the Wildcats draw up here out of the timeout. 70-66, Southern Utah on top of Abilene Christian. 22 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. As it is the starting 5 for the Thunderbirds out there. Doman guarding Cole, inbounding in front of the scorer's table. Inbound to Davis, right back to Hull, driving right, gets the switch with Feely. Across the lane, left-handed layup, doesn't fall, gets her own miss, and saves it into the hands of Chavez for the scoop shot. 11 seconds, and Tracy Mason calls timeout to advance the ball. So if you're Southern Utah, as Morgan Triguero comes in for the offensive set for Southern Utah, another good free throw shooter. 11 seconds went off the clock there. You will take that up by 4, and then only allowing those 2 points there after 11 seconds.
Yeah, I was going to say the paint defense right there really came to the clutch, just straight arms the complete way right there, and you saw that on the replay. Just letting the ball bounce around necessarily. I definitely would have gone for that defensively, but I think they were just all too focused on the ball and whether it was going to go in or not. But credit for the offensive rebound to Chavez and get the 2 points.
So Southern Utah will inbound in front of their own bench. Ava Urick with the inbounding duties. Sierra Chambers, Morgan Triguero, Devin Kiernan, and Brooklyn Feely, the other 4 Thunderbirds on the court. Chavez, Woodson, Davis, Hull, and Troxel, the 5 on defense for ACU. Trailing by 5, 11 seconds to go. Chavez will guard the inbounder, Urick. They get the inbound deflected out of bounds. Hull knocks it into the Southern Utah bench. Good defense, though, from ACU. Nearly a 5-second call, but Ava Urick got the inbound in. Now we'll try again, standing firmly in front of the Thunderbird bench. 10.4 seconds in the ball game. And a foul away, or before the inbound. We'll see who the foul is against. And it looks like it's going against Woodson, who is guarding who else but Sierra Chambers.
Oh, yep, right there. You see her. She just kind of trips and tangles up her feet as he's trying to go across for that inbound pass.
So ACU does a good job of denying Chambers the ball on the inbound, but fouls on, or before the inbound could be made, and Sierra Chambers still finds her way to the free throw line as Courtney Doman checks back in for Triguero and defensive purposes. Drills the first, net doesn't even move for Sierra Chambers. She has a chance for one more. In and out on the second free throw, and a foul against, no, they give a timeout to Julie Goodenough. I thought that was an over the back on Brooklyn Feely, but it was a timeout on the rebound. So the last timeout for ACU to advance the ball. And now if you're Southern Utah, 10.1 seconds to go, it's a 3-point game. You have the foul to give. I am not allowing ACU to get a 3-pointer up here.
Oh no, most definitely not. You want to guard the perimeter, basically like Fort Knox right here, or Area 51. You know, you just want to cover the perimeter as much as possible. Granted, ACU has struggled tremendously from 3 in this game, but that doesn't matter in this situation. You don't want to allow any sort of points and from the 3-point line.
I think you want to live this game at the free throw line. If you're Southern Utah, you're up by 3. You're shooting 85% as a team. Don't want ACU to tie it with one shot. Chambers, Doman, Kiernan, Urick, and Feely, the 5 for Southern Utah. Peyton Hull, the inbounder. Chavez, Woodson, Davis, and Troxel, the other Wildcats with her. 10 seconds left in the 4th quarter. ACU trails by 3 in the inbound to Davis, and Chambers uses that foul immediately. 8.7 seconds left. And I'm still a fan of fouling up by 3 late in the game. You just have to make sure it's not on the shot.
Yeah.
This Hull will inbound once again. And they go to Davis. Now Chavez, top of the key, taking a lot of time. Woodson, Hull, top of the key, three. Short, Southern Utah wins. 71-68, great defense for Southern Utah as they come away with their fourth straight win here in WAC play. 71-68. Southern Utah wins a thriller in the AFEC. We'll take a break and wrap it all up with the Brad's Food Hut post-game wrap-up after this. You're listening to Thunderbird Women's Basketball live on Thunder 91.
Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy. Brad's Food Hut is happy to present this broadcast. Brad's is a traditional fixture in Cedar City and features the Bronco Burger, fish and chips, grilled cheese, and grilled turkey sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, shakes, and of course, soft drinks. Brad's is located on North Main Street in Cedar City. You're listening to KSUU Thunder 91.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends. They make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In is happy to sponsor youth activities in our area. They are located just north of the City Park on Main Street. Hermes features burgers, shakes, fries, and soft drinks, and a variety of other items, including scones. Hermes Drive-In, 294 North Main Street, Cedar City.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah withstands the second half comeback from Abilene Christian. 71-68 is the final. Dallin Richards, JC Rockhill alongside me, bringing you the Brad's Food Hut post-game wrap-up. 58663. If you call ahead, they can have your order ready for you. The order for Southern Utah all night long was find number 4 in Brooklyn Philly.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, a career day, no doubt. A double-double, just so impressive. Their ability to finish shots, whether it was inside the paint or when she was cutting on the decisive cuts right there. And we even saw a three-pointer from Brooklyn Feely as well. So she had a showcase for us right now.
Double-double of 26 points, 17 rebounds, 10 of 16 from the field. Also went 5 of 6 from the free throw line. The Thunderbirds as a team won this game from the foul line, 17 of 20. Sierra Chambers added 9 of 10 from the foul line. Her 5th game this season where she's gotten to the foul line at least 10 times.
Yeah, and again, her ability to force fouls has just come in the clutch on so many occasions right now for the Thunderbirds. I mean, she is just a dynamic point guard, can score from anywhere, and of course comes in the clutch and drawing fouls and going to the charity line.
And on the other end, it was Peyton Hull, as advertised, led the way for ACU. 21 points, added 4 rebounds as well. But it was the defense of Courtney Doman all night long, especially that last shot. Peyton Hull had a 3 to tie it at the buzzer. A good contest, though, from Doman. I think you take holding Peyton Hull to 21 points on 21 shots any day of the week.
Oh, yeah, by far.
As Southern Utah holds on for the 3-point win, it's time for the Bullock Drug and Township Pharmacy Player of the Game. JC, who wins Player of the Game here today?
I mean, you really don't have to ask me. It's Brooklyn Feely, no doubt. I mean, she was just so dynamic inside the paint and everything, and going against a situation in the clutch where you had 4 fouls as well. So for her to stay clean on down the stretch in that fourth quarter made it all the more impressive. Showed that her mental stability when it comes to these sort of game situations stays as strong as ever.
So Brooklyn Feely, career high 26 points, career high 17 rebounds, is the Bullock Drug and Township Pharmacy Player of the Game. Pleased to serve you, the Cedar City community. Southern Utah escapes with the win, 71-68 over Abilene Christian, to improve to 15-7, 7-3 in WAC play before they hit the road to take on Tarleton next week, Saturday in Stephenville. You'll have that game here live on Thunder 91 as well. well, with tip-off at 1 p.m. For my color analyst, JC Rockhill, and our stream producer, Rob Bursey, along with our amazing students back in the Thunder 91 radio station, you've been listening to Southern Utah Women's Basketball live on Thunder 91.